If you are new to my channel, then you are going to hear me talk about shame and unworthiness a lot because hidden shame and unworthiness are the very things that are keeping us from attracting and creating the best life ever. And if you are someone who is carrying around toxic shame from your past, shame that says, I'm bad, I'm disgusting, there's something wrong with me, I'm never going to get any better, that shame that makes you feel like you have to hide or you want to stay away from people or you disguise your true self and wear masks so that you feel like you can fit in and be approved of, then this episode is for you. But it's also for the individuals that experience those moments of shame that come out of nowhere. And it's often upon recollection of something that you've done that you feel horrible about, that you're embarrassed about, that you think just makes you into a bad human being. I know I've had those moments myself. I can raise my hand very high there. And anytime that I recall those moments because I don't have them anymore because I've now healed my shame. I remember it feeling like hot lava or mud or something going down my body, and this inner feeling of self-loathing almost felt like I was coming out of my skin. I was just like jittery, and I felt like I wanted to do something to get away from this feeling. This is why a lot of people develop unhealthy self-soothing mechanisms, if I can say that word, and distraction so that they do not have to feel this hidden shame that is in their life, whether it's shame that has been there chronically throughout their whole life based on the messages that they've received in their childhood and the programming that happened because of it, or if it came later in life from true experiences and things that you have done that you are so embarrassed about and ashamed of, and you wish you never did, and you wish never happened, and you don't want to tell a soul about it. Well, I'm here to tell you right now that this is all normal and natural. How about that? This is part of the human experience. This is part of our journey here on earth because we are fallible human beings. We were not put here to be perfect. We were put here to learn. And when we have certain programming that we have picked up from our youth, that is going to turn into a particular set of dysfunctional life and relationship behaviors and patterns. And it's those behaviors and patterns that are not working for us that are actually our alerts. They are the flags that saying, hey, look over here for some healing. So if you're someone who right now is identifying with this and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel so much shame about this thing, that thing, the other thing that I did, then I'm here to tell you, you're in the right place. Sit down, pause this video, grab a drink. I'll drink some right now because I want to share with you some things that are going to help you heal this shame quickly. Now, the first thing that I want to tell you all is that shame doesn't just go away like that. Shame doesn't go away because we read an article about it or because we watch a video about it. It's going to take your action. That's what the self-healing journey is all about. And that's what Kristen Brown is all about. Because I help people, I teach people to heal themselves. Because guess what, you guys? Nobody can wave a magic wand over us or click their heels 3 times or give us a certain crystal that is going to heal us. The only person that has the capacity to heal us is ourselves. And the good news is that we are actually self-healing superstars. Our brain is designed that way, but we have to be willing to take the necessary steps to put the tools and techniques into place and to practice them on a consistent basis. And you will see, just like I saw, that you will heal quickly. The healing journey is not actually difficult and it's not complicated. However, it's going to take your time and dedication to it. So I had inspiration for this episode today because yesterday I had a client reach out to me and say, hey, do you have a minute to talk? Because I want to celebrate a really huge win with you. And if you are somebody who has worked with me or is considering working with me in the future, I'm going to tell you straight up is that I am all about the wins, even if they were this big. Doesn't matter how big a win is, as long as we're moving in the right direction. And the more that we can celebrate our wins with somebody, which is why I encourage my clients to reach out to me and to talk to me and to share with me and email me and text me when these type of things go on, is because it actually solidifies it even more. And this particular client was having a heck of a time falling asleep. He said that he would fall asleep and then he would wake up in 5 minutes. He'd fall asleep and he'd wake up in 5 minutes. And this kept happening over and over again. And he remembered my words to him, which were, anytime that you're in some type of disgruntled feeling or something like this is happening, go first to your thoughts. And he started to pay attention to his thoughts. And he realized that his thoughts were going down memory lane and dipping into all those places in his life that he was ashamed of. Now, here's what's interesting. Sometimes we have shameful things that happen in our life and we can just kind of shrug them off and forget about them. But if we have been in a cyclical loop about this because we've really been beating ourselves up about it, guess what? We can train our brain to think about it often, because any thoughts that we repeat over and over again, we are going to groove in and make a deep neural pathway for those particular thoughts. That's why there are certain thoughts that keep coming back over and over again, and they're relentless because we've thought about them a lot, we've ruminated about them a lot, and we have activated that neural pathway. And sometimes why other things we're like, oh yeah, that thing, we remember randomly because somebody tells a story, we're like, oh yeah, oh, that was kind of embarrassing. But it doesn't keep us up at night because there are some things that are actually more deeply grooved in. Well, this particular thing was deeply grooved in for this client. And he said, but you know what I did? I started to practice what you told me. And not only have I spoken this to him, but this is also part of one of my self-love meditations that I have on my website that you can grab for free. I have a little 3-pack of 3 mini self-love meditations. You can grab that right up here. I'll also put the link in the description below, where he implemented this one particular practice and where he got the most results. And that practice is that he identified the shameful thought that was coming in. And then he told himself that he did the very best he could at that time for where he was at on his spiritual journey, his healing journey, his psychological journey, his age, and everything else. And then he opened his heart wide and he applied unconditional love to the him, the younger him that did the thing that he was ashamed of. And he said he did it with every thought that came in. This one came in, he applied it. This one came in, he applied it. This one came in, he applied it. And then he said that he fell asleep like that and he didn't wake up until his alarm went off in the morning. Y'all, I can't make this stuff up. This is my passion. This is my area expertise. And this is also what I have worked on and healed within my own life. And I now teach to people because I know how good this stuff works. And I also know it is the true and only work that we really need to do is heal the hidden shame and unworthiness that has arisen from our traumas and things that happened in our childhood that tainted the way we think, which yet then tainted the way we act. Once you clean up your inner world, beloveds, you are going to be absolutely astounded how much your outer world is going to shift with it. All change starts first within. As within, so without. If you've enjoyed this episode today, you can give me a big thank you by hitting the thumbs up, sharing with someone you love, and commenting below. And also, if you are somebody who is interested in healing your inner world, if you're embarking upon the self-healing journey, inner personal transformational journey, then this is the place to be. And I encourage you to subscribe, turn on notifications, all the fun things, and get ready to heal your life.